Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. With me on our red couch is Essa Al-Saleh. He's the CEO of Agility Logistics. Essa, there has been some pretty good news in the industry recently. The volumes have been surprisingly good. How has it been at Agility?
I think from our side, it's been exactly as you described. The volumes have been very good and continue to grow. I think it's been a combination of our strategic focus in growing our business, but also the market has helped, obviously, in many of the key industries that we operate in, and the markets, especially the emerging markets.
Can you name some of the emerging markets? I mean, how is, I think you just opened up a pharma logistics venue in India, for example. Are those some of the key branches and key markets you're concentrating now on?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, our key markets have always been strong in, beyond the global network that we operate in. We focus on emerging markets, and some of the more important ones and where we have seen significant growth and investments include India, Middle East, Africa. Large parts of Asia are very much in focus for us. So in those markets where we tend to focus our efforts, focus our capabilities, we've seen significant growth, more than double-digit growth in many of them.
How is the development, especially being in Africa? I mean, it's a huge continent, lots of potential, but is it still only potential, or is it already substantial things happening there?
No, it is substantial and huge potential. However, it has, where we have invested and grown in terms of our logistics facility in markets like Ghana or Egypt or Algeria, Nigeria and Angola as examples of that, we've seen growth, we see potential. However, you have to enter those markets with patience. You can't just assume things will fall into place. It's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of effort to grow the business, especially around finding the right talent to support the growth and the skill set that you need to deliver the value to your customer. But the potential there is there, but you have to be patient with it.
Big topic at this year's Transport Logistics Fair is digitization, and I think you were quite outspoken on this topic as well, that you said, well, agility should be very technology driven. What did you mean by that?
Well, one of the things we have done and been focused on is developing our technology platforms and solutions. And the way I like to describe it, the physical side of things, the movement of cargo, and the various value-added services that we provide our clients, that is taken for granted. I mean, that's assumed. You kind of have to do that to be able to offer value. I think the key point for us is how do we become a high-tech company that does the freight? And what do I mean by that? It's two things. One is beyond investing in the necessary systems and platforms that enable our people to deliver value to our customers in terms of information that they may need to help them analyze their costs and their spend and their tracking and all other aspects of that. We have to, as a company, an industry, have a mindset of continuous improvement. We can't just sit still and be satisfied with what we have. Just like any technology company that releases various versions of its software, we have to release various versions of our systems and our capabilities. So that's kind of a mindset that we have to bring to the table.
Do you see kind of a change in mindset that it's not mainly about volume growth anymore, growing, but maybe more, becoming more productive, high quality, value added for the customer, things like that?
I think the nature of our business, given the size and the need for scale, you have to grow. Without a doubt, volume and growth, especially in our industry, is important. But the pursuit of growth for the sake of growth is not good enough. You have to pursue growth and balance that with improving your bottom line. So in that sense, technology plays a key role. In that sense, which markets you play in, which industries you support and deliver solutions for is absolutely essential.
Let's take a look at your European operations and especially your German operations. I mean, how have they developed lately?
I mean, if you think about it, Europe as a union, right, is arguably the largest economy in the world, and Germany is at the center of it. It is a very much growing market. It is very much a high talent market. And for us, it's a very critical market, which is why we're here with a fairly big team and investments here to support our growth. So we believe very, very much in this market. A lot of industries are here that we serve who need solutions not in Germany, but also in the emerging markets that we operate in. So from that perspective, we are very much investing in markets like Germany because of its size and its importance to the world economy.
Does investment also include mergers and acquisitions, or is it mainly organically driven?
I think our main focus is organic growth, but we'll always remain opportunistic, as we've always been, right?
Everybody in the industry.
Exactly. I mean, that's the mindset we tend to have, and our history has been like that. We've grown organically quite persistently, but then we've complemented that organic growth with a significant amount of acquisitions. And we'll continue to do that. Last year we did a couple of smaller ones in South Africa and a partnership in Latin America. So we tend to do that, but it's not a big focus in terms of effort. It's really organic growth, development of our talent, our infrastructure, and most importantly our systems.
And is it mainly regionally driven, that you have certain regions in your mind where you want to become stronger, or is it concentrated on certain branches where you would like to grow the business?
As a network, you're only as strong as your weakest part of that branch. So for us, the network is the investment, and the network for us is divided into 4 regions between the Americas, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Asia. So we're investing in all of them. Even though we tend to be more focused on emerging markets, which allows us to serve our global customers and our small customers in the developed markets, in the emerging markets. Nevertheless, we tend to focus on all of them to support strengthening the network, which is a core value proposition to our clients.
Maybe last question. You also published the Agility Logistics Index, and maybe give us a hint. Which would be the one emerging market nobody so far really has on his mind? I mean, is there like a real secret tip from your side?
There is no secret. I mean, I think all emerging markets have been discovered, in one sense. Are all emerging markets being invested in? No. That's a different step because it changes every year in terms of where the opportunities. Where we've seen last year a significant amount of investments and growth is a market like India, with the new government and the new focus on streamlining various parts of the economy. We've seen tremendous growth and potential and attraction of capital and talent. And that's another thing. We tend to see cargo will follow the path of least resistance. So to the extent that we are able to reduce those resistance and governments are able to lower the barriers to trade, economic growth will follow, and that's what customers want.
Seems that there are still a lot of opportunities for the industry and for Agility to grow, so I think that's a good position.
That makes it exciting for us, and that's why we're very happy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.